Hi, in this video I'll be walking through the finished course management system. The objectives include implementing a system to coordinate instructor assignments, grant valid student requests, and academic results. The system will work across multiple terms and includes a data analysis component to assign instructors effectively. I'll begin by walking through the user interface from the administrator's perspective, followed by recapping the user interface states. Then I'll go through the deployment diagram and updated collections. In this simulation, the actor is the administrator, whose responsibility is to load courses and assign instructors. This is the home screen of the application. To get started, hit the Start button. Once we do so, the relevant collections are loaded and the main user interface is initialized. The term is displayed as a label on the upper left. When we start, the initial term is set to Fall 2017. On the upper right, we have a green action button labeled Assign. This will cycle through the different states as we proceed in the flow. Below that, we have two split panes, the left and the right. This initial view is to assign instructors and view statistics. The left pane currently shows the output of the WECA data analysis. The right pane displays a list of instructors and allows for reassignments. To reassign an instructor, we simply click the course and select a different course from the drop-down. In this state, we can reassign an instructor in limited times. Once we are done, we click Assign. Now we're in the next state of the application, which is reassign instructors and view requests. Here in the left pane, we have a table of students and the course requests. On the right pane, we still have the instructor reassignment screen. In this stage, however, we can only reassign the courses once. After we do so, all of these inputs are disabled. Once we validate results, we get a corresponding message for the student based on the request. Here we see, for this course request, that it was denied because it was not being offered. Similarly, we see how the prerequisites are missing. Also, we assign the grade randomly for these students. Once we are done, we click Finish. Here we go back to the home screen, but now we have the option to resume the simulation for the next term or restart the simulation and go back to Fall 2017. Here is a state chart of the web user interface. We start in the home screen, and then we go to the Assign Instructors and View Statistics page, where we see the WECA output. Afterwards, we hit the green Assign button, and then we go to the Reassign Instructors and View Requests page, where we see the table of students. After that, we hit Process, and then we see the course request results, where we see the course request message and the relevant grade. Once we hit Finish, we have the option to either resume the simulation by going to the next term or restart the simulation altogether. Here is a deployment diagram of the finished system. There are four main components. The components include the Mongo database, which stores the schema collection for courses, students, records, programs, course requests, and instructors. Mongo was chosen due to its NoSQL attributes and flexibility with JSON. This component is accessible over port 27017. The next component is the Wildfly REST API container. This includes the Course Management API WAR file, along with the WECA jar package. The API server WAR file processes CSV files and persists them to a Mongo database. It also exposes the relevant routes for processing. These routes include /application to start the app, and routes for getting courses, instructors, terms, course assignments, and records. Additionally, we have routes to assign instructors and validate course requests. There's also a route for showing the WECA data. This service is exposed on port 8080. Here we have the Node web server. This hosts the React project for course management user interface. The client makes a request to the API container, and it renders the relevant course information. This is exposed on port 3000. And all of this is accessible from the web browser. To view the simulation results, we can use a database viewer like RoboMongo to see what's happening inside MongoDB. When looking on the course request collection, we can see similar course request messages. Here we can see how this course request was denied and not offered, and similarly, how this one was missing the prerequisites. We can also look in the course records and see the different assigned grades. To run the course simulation, you can follow the steps outlined in the README Markdown file. These include installing the Wildfly server, API server, setting the test case directory, and running the user interface. Thanks for listening.